Good evening and welcome to Fliptv News. I'm Christian Chiku. A look at the top headlines. On Osinachi'S death, husband sent to Kuje prison. Buhari never asked governors to pick candidate. That's from Additional. Monkeypox can be transmitted through sex. That's from the NCDC. An extradition, Kyari to no fate, August 29. I will collaborate with stakeholders, new icon boss says. And sports, we will soon announce sanctions for Nigeria. That's from the Football Association. Now to the news in detail. The High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Wuse on Friday remanded Peter Nwachukwu, husband of the late singer Osinachi, at the Kuje Correctional Facility, pending the hearing and determination of the homicide-related suit instituted against him by the Attorney General of the Federation. Justice N.K. Iheme gave the order after he pleaded not guilty to the 23 counts bordering on domestic violence and homicide, amongst others. The judge ordered that the suspect be remanded at the correctional facility while trial was adjourned to June 16th from 12 p.m. and June 17th by 9 a.m. The business for today is for arraignment, as related hearing is hereby ordered, declared Justice Iheme. Defendants should be remanded in Kuje Correctional Facility pending the hearing and determination of this suit, she said. Nwachukwu's wife died on April 8th, and many of her colleagues had accused her husband of subjecting the disease to domestic violence, leading to her death. Presidential spokesperson Femi Adesina has faulted claims that the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, asked members of the Progressives Governors Forum to pick a consensus candidate for the ruling All Progressives Congress. He said that, contrary to reports, the President only met with the governors and gave them his expectation for the forthcoming presidential primary of the party. Additional, who is the special advisor to the President on media and publicity, stated this in a piece titled "Visit to Spain, Let's Buga for Mr. President." Making clarifications on what transpired during the meeting, the presidential spokesperson explained that Buhari never discussed issues bordering on zoning, consensus, and imposition of candidates during the conversation with the governors. According to him, President Buhari told them that he would like to see the APC presidential primary to elect a presidential candidate early next week. He said no word about zoning, consensus, or imposition of candidates. He just charged them to let their plans converge so that the party would put its best foot forward. Shortly after the meeting, we headed for the airport. A short time into the about 5 hours flight, I went on social media to see that all hell had broken loose. Trust some Nigerians, when there's no controversy, they simply create one. They will die of boredom if they don't have something to wail or ulate about. On the monkeypox, a disease endemic to West and Central African countries, can be transmitted through sexual intercourse, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has warned. This is a medical virologist and immunologist noted that the disease is deadlier in patients suffering from other diseases. The media reports that monkeypox, a rare disease that is caused by infection with the monkeypox virus, belongs to orthopox virus genus in the family Poxvirinae. The disease has recently surfaced in some European countries, with 66 suspected cases reported so far in Nigeria in 2022. The NCDC noted that of the 66, no fewer than 21 cases had been confirmed, but countries such as the United Kingdom, the US, Portugal, Spain, Israel, Lebanon, and Canada, amongst others, have reported cases. The World Health Organization, in a statement it released last week, noted that the outbreak of the monkeypox disease is being discovered in countries where it is not endemic. However, the NCDC's post on its website, which was seen by journalists on Thursday, noted that sexual intercourse happens to be a mode of transmission. On the extradition of Kyari, Justice Iyan Eden Eku of the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed August 29th for the judgment in suit seeking to extradite a suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP Abba Kyari to the United States of America for trial in alleged internet fraud. The judge fixed the date on Friday after taking arguments for and against the suit by the parties involved. Kyari, whose arguments were presented by a senior advocate of Nigeria, Nureni Jimoh, asked the court to refuse the extradition request on the ground that he committed no offense to warrant the federal government to ferry him to America. The suspended police officer informed the court that more than a year before his arrest, he had written the Attorney General of the Federation and the Inspector General of Police, notifying them that he had opened a channel of communication between a suspected internet fraudster, Ramon Abbas. In the two letters rendered in court, Kyari explained that the purpose was to give confidence to the suspected fraudster and lure him to Nigeria, to where an ambush was already laid for a sting operation by his own strike force. Besides, he informed the court that American authorities once commended him for the commitment he was exhibiting in the battle against internet fraud. He further told the court that the wire fraud charge brought against him by the American government is not known as an offense under Extradition Act and therefore should not be allowed by the court to be used to extradite him. Now to business. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, has elected its 58th president, Tijani Issa. His investiture took place in Lagos and was witnessed by the governors of Lagos State and Jigawa State, the Minister of Education, Adamu, sister professional bodies, the academic community, and other relevant stakeholders. In his acceptance speech, the new ICAN president promised to hold dear the position of trust and responsibility reposed in him by his professional colleagues, with a commitment to live the ICAN ideal of integrity, professionalism, and defend the public interest. According to him, the theme of this presidential year is positioning ICAN for higher members, transcendence, and public interest augmentation. He added that the institute will embark on collaboration with stakeholders such as the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, amongst others. In a statement, Issa said, "As a nation, we are painfully at a crossroad. We are at a point in our economic development race where we must address the paradox of poverty in the midst of plenty. Given the nation's huge natural and human resource endowment, this is clearly an aberration. The anger of the hungry and the sense of insecurity of the helpless and vulnerable must be addressed for this narrative to change for the sake of all of us." Now to sports. After kicking African champions, the Tigers, out of the 2022 NBA FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup, the Federation of International Basketball Associations has threatened further sanctions against Nigeria. The decision to have Nigeria banned from the World Cup in Sydney, Australia, came after the federal government withdrew from international basketball competitions. Sports Minister Sunday Dare stated that the withdrawal, which took place 3 weeks ago, was part of government's efforts to restore the sport from the grassroots, as well as put an end to the lingering leadership crisis that has rocked the factionalized Nigeria Basketball Federation for close to a decade. A week after the withdrawal, FIBA, in a letter addressed to factional Nigeria Basketball Federation President Musa Amadou Kida, signed by Jaime Lamboy, head of legal FIBA, and dated May 18, 2022, warned Nigeria of possible sanctions. FIBA in the letter stated that Nigeria was at the risk of further sanctions, saying the withdrawal was in breach of Article 9.7 of FIBA's General Statutes, which states national member federations shall manage their affairs independently with no influence from third parties. Article 10.2 of the FIBA Statutes added that on the initiative of the Secretary General, FIBA Central Board may suspend a national member federation for the breach of Article 9.7. After fruitless deliberations to have the ministry rescind its decision to have the African champions compete at the World Cup, FIBA wielded the big stick. On that note, we've come to the end of Fliptv News. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. My name is Christian. Thanks for watching. And this bulletin was produced by Odu Black. Bye for now.